PlayStation update for June 11th. PlayStation just had their E3 experience, so here's all that they announced during the event. The first game they showed was The Last of Us Part 2. This is the most that we've seen of the game since its announcement. We get to see Ellie at a party, before jumping to a gameplay sequence where we see a brutal destruction of some people. Next, we saw Ghost of Tsushima. This game I am so pumped about. Again, we get gameplay, seeing how we will be able to interact with other characters, what the sword fight will be like, as well as riding mounts. This may have been the highlight of the event. I'm so looking forward to this. I've been waiting for a game to take this authentic look at this era of Japan. After that, we saw a new game from Remedy, the developers behind Max Payne, Alan Wake, and recently Quantum Break. And the game is called Control. It is a very trippy game. I'll put a link to all of these trailers in the description. It's definitely worth taking a look at. I'm very confused at what was actually happening. Overall, I think it looks good though. Following that, we got a look at the Resident Evil 2 remaster. When this trailer started, I was very confused as to what the game actually was. It's a very interesting game. The trailer is very brutal, so if you have some kids in the room, definitely get them out before you actually go take a look at this trailer. One of the biggest pieces of news about this remaster is it will be coming out January 25th of 2019. After that, we saw Kingdom Hearts 3. An even greater look at that. We get a look at Pirates of the Caribbean with some very realistic renderings of the characters in that. I was very blown away by the detail on these characters, especially in a Kingdom Hearts game. Then there's Death Stranding, one of the weirdest, coolest looking games out there. We have gotten 4 trailers now. It's been 3 years since it was announced, and we still don't know that much. Very confusing game. I am still really looking forward to playing this game. It looks really strange. I am so excited to play it and see more of it. It's going to be really cool to explore the lore in this game. Nioh 2 was also announced. Fan favorite action role-playing game, Nioh, is getting a sequel, but we don't know when it will come out. The last game was released in 2017. The second to last thing we saw on PlayStation's E3 showcase was Insomniac game's Spider-Man. And there are a lot of villains shown in this gameplay snippet. Definitely go check it out. It is action-packed, and I'm really looking forward to see how everything lines up with that game. Finally, there was an announcement for From Software's new game, and it's a VR game. Forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, but the game is called Deracine. The trailer is very ominous and doesn't really show us exactly what it is, but it looks pretty interesting. Those are all of the games that were announced at Sony's E3 briefing. Thank you so much for listening. If you like this content, definitely consider subscribing to keep up to date to everything related to PlayStation. That's it for this episode of PlayStation Update. Thank you so much for listening. You can find us on our website, RageStart.com, on Twitter at RageStartNet, or on Facebook, Facebook.com/RageStart. You can support us on Patreon, Patreon.com/RageStart, or by leaving a review on iTunes. That's completely free and helps us out a ton. I've been your host, Sage Goodwin. PlayStation Update is here for your grind.